What up, YouTube? Check this out. I got me some cherry pipe tobacco. This is from Stutliff Tobacco Co. This is SPS number 3. Picked it up at one of my local cigar shops. I walk into the Ash Cigar store and they changed the look of their tobacco jars completely. And on top of that, I noticed they had a couple new flavors. And it's been a while since I've had a really good cherry pipe tobacco. And this is what it looks like. We got some darker stuff in there. We got some lighter stuff. So it's probably a mixture of darker and lighter tobaccos. The green paint didn't quite take, but it stained the pipe black, basically. That's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, if the pipe wasn't going to stay green, at least it's stained black. That's kind of cool. You get to a point where the pipe is no longer sticky with paint. All that excess shit comes off. Yeah. Take some and just pack it in there just like that. Let's have a smell of it, shall we? Yeah, right off the bat, the smell is just like cherry pipe tobacco. Give that a char light. Pack it down. Maybe give it a little poke so it doesn't. There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Mmm. That cherry pipe tobacco is quite delicious. That has a very sweet taste and also a very distinctive sweet smell. I, of course, got the window open so that it doesn't fog out, you know. This is the kind of tobacco that, even after the faint smell of it remains, but like the smoke's all gone and the faint smell of it lingers behind, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like, oh, it stinks, you know what I'm saying? You might have this like faint cherry smell just lingering in your apartment, you know, so it's not necessarily a bad smell. Most non-smokers that I talk to say they prefer the smell of a pipe over anything else because a sweet-smelling pipe tobacco is going to be the least offensive to people who don't smoke. Because generally speaking, it reminds them of their father, their grandfather, their uncle, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So. And at $4 and some odd cents an ounce, that's not bad. Try to get the camera to stay up. There we go. So you're going in there with like 15 bucks. You're not gonna get as much as you would with a bag of Cherokee Red pipe tobacco, mind you. but I guarantee you it'd last damn near just as long. I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, like, with the, I am complaining, though, about the high prices in cigarettes. That's bullshit. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I buy cheaper tobacco in the long run because that's still going into the state's back pocket with their tobacco taxes and shit. Uh, it's like if you're gonna tell me you're concerned about my health as a Wyoming citizen and you want me to quit smoking, so you're gonna raise the prices of cigarettes. When really you're just doing it to make more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, because as soon as you raise the prices of your tobacco, God damn it, I keep knocking the camera over. As soon as you raise the prices of your tobacco, Big Tobacco sees that and they're like, okay, well, we're going to give your state a little extra money now for making us more money. You scratch our back, we'll scratch your back. At least be honest with me. Say, hey, the state's broke and we need to make some money, so we're going to raise the prices of cigarettes. Don't pretend like you give a shit about my health. It's just an excuse to pick on the smokers, really, is all it is. That's kind of how I feel about it. Now, in my last Pipe Thoughts video, I distinctly made a few good points. Said my piece, found out that they were increasing the prices of tobacco and alcohol in the state of Wyoming. And it's like, fuck that, dude. That is a pretty home defense gun. Doggies. I keep it empty and unsafe unless I have to use it. And it takes me 6 seconds or less to load my shotgun. Which is pretty freaking fast. I've timed myself. And there are times that I'll practice so I get faster at it. There's a way to practice and doing it safely, of course, but, But of course, people aren't making a stink about break action shotguns anymore. They're just like, oh, those things, they only hold 2 rounds. No one's concerned about that. No, they're more pissed about the assault rifles, and it's like, guns aren't the problem. People are the problem. If you're blaming something that people invented, that's just, wow. Way to create an scapegoat, really. That's no different than blaming the mass media or the video games or the violent music or the inappropriate TV shows and the shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for an excuse instead of getting to the root of the problem, an excuse that everyone's convenient with, that just makes more sense. So you're only going to create more drama instead of fixing the issue. That's what it comes down to, plain and simple. Yeah. Mm. That's got a really sweet cherry taste. The nicotine punch on it is actually decent. It's not the weakest or the strongest by any means, but it's a mild to medium. And the room note, it's got a very distinct cherry pipe tobacco scent. Like it smells, now my apartment smells like sweet cherry pipe tobacco. It's quite delicious actually. If anybody's gonna try pipe smoking for the first time and they got themselves a cheap ass corncob pipe, because they're not sure if they're gonna like it or not, so they buy a cheap pipe to start off with, and they're thinking, well, I got my pipe, I got my lighter, I got my pipe tool, what kind of tobacco should I get? I've been smoking a pipe for a number of years. I'd say since I was like 21, 20, and I'm like 26. So, yeah. And you're definitely gonna want to start off with an aromatic blend if you're gonna start pipe smoking, or at least giving it a try. I'd recommend cherry pipe tobacco, of course. A good cherry blend is a great way to get into the hobby and experience, the pleasures in life. Really. The second thing people say about pipe smoking is you're not supposed to inhale it. You're supposed to puff on it. It's like sipping a glass of wine. Well, I think that's a personal choice, really. I think that's a personal choice to each individual who smokes a pipe. That's their personal choice. There is no law that says you can or cannot inhale pipe tobacco. Another thing that a lot of people confuse about pipe smoking is that, you have to be daddy fucking Warbucks to smoke it. Not necessarily. There are some tobacco pipes that run for thousands of dollars, and it's just like, if you're the kind of person that has the kind of money to spend thousands of dollars on a tobacco pipe, you know, that's one of those, you either smoking it at your house because you don't want that shit leaving the premises because how much money you spent on it, or you're going to the country club to brag to all your friends. Oh, I do declare I'm a stuffy asshole and my pipe cost $1,000. I mean, did I say 1,000? I meant 4,000. No, 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 no. I bought this tobacco pipe at the Ash cigar store for a little under $35 or less, which that's not bad, you know. But if you don't have a cigar store of any kind where you live, your local Walgreens should carry tobacco pipes in the tobacco aisle. They sell Dr. Grabos and they sell corn cobs. And I've smoked out of corncob pipes before. They're actually not half bad. They produce a good flavor to your smoke, but the problem is they wear out easily. After a couple of months of smoking, they can, if you don't take good care of them, the bottom of them burns out and you got to replace them. That's why they're so cheap. Um, but after restaining my pipe that I bought a couple of months ago, and then tightening the stem to where it's just tighter than the stem on my pipe is tighter than a nun's cunt, but there's still, you gotta really push down on it to turn it. You know what I'm saying? Which is the way it should be. You don't want your pipe stem being super loose. You go to smoke your pipe, you stick the pipe stem in your mouth like this, and the bowl just does turns to the side like that. No, fuck that. You keep your pipe stems tight, clean, and you keep your bowls clean and well maintained. They'll last you a long ass time. Now, it kind of sucks that it didn't stay green, but black and green are my two favorite colors. So if it's not gonna stain one of my favorite colors, it at least stains the other one. So I really can't bitch about it, honestly. That looks cool. I gotta show off the results of that on YouTube. Like, legitly. But y'all have seen it before, so it's like, okay, then how am I gonna justify an excuse to show it off on YouTube? Oh, tobacco I've never actually really had. I bought some the other day, and the smell of it was so good that I sat down and I had a bowl of it in the cigar shop, and then I left, went and got some guitar strings. Like, yesterday was one of those fuckery days. I bought a couple pieces from a gas station, and I was walking home with them in the cold. And I was holding these pieces that are keeping my hands warm. And I go to cross the street to get to the other side. As I'm walking, I slip and fall on the black ice, and the pieces go flying out of my hand, and they topple over. The pieces go falling out onto the ground. And if I tried to scoop them up into my pizza boxes, and they don't, they both just completely fell out of the box. I was like, really? I get up, nothing fell out of my pockets. I cross the street, and there's no way I was gonna save them, man. The fucking car is driving by. Just when I got to the other side of the street, ran the pieces over completely, and I'm like, dude, that's some weak ass shit. But I'm like, you know what? I got some guitar strings. I'll buy a super cheap bottle of peppermint schnapps and hang out with some friends. Come home, do a Facebook Live video of me changing out my fucking guitar string. And then the same string I changed it. I used the right size and everything, mind you, and it snaps on me. I'm like, God damn it. Having a brand new string snap on you within the first couple of minutes of playing, that's like weak. I just changed that string. Then come to find out that my girlfriend was bullied by her sisters yesterday, and not to mention, I met a dude at the cigar store who's in a wheelchair, and he never lets it affect his outlook on life. You know, he tries to do everything that he can to live life and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you see somebody who's struggling a lot worse than you are, it always puts stuff into perspective. You know, it makes me a little bit more grateful and less irritable about stupid small shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when I spilt my pizzas and my guitar string snapped, I was like, dude, that's weak. That is seriously fucking weak. But you know what? I wasn't gonna let it get to me because there'll be other pizzas to eat, and it's not like they're gonna stop making guitar strings anytime soon. You know, so it's you know. You know, sometimes you smoke a pipe, you sit down for a couple minutes, you enjoy your smoke, you take time to think, to ponder the things about life. And a lot of people think you have to be super rich to smoke a pipe, and no, you don't. I mean, this cherry pipe tobacco, like I said, it was $4 and some odd cents an ounce. You know what I'm saying? So I bought like 1 ounce because I didn't want to go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. It depends on, because there are some cherry pipe tobaccos I've tried that I didn't care for. They didn't smoke really well, and the cherry taste wasn't consistent. And they just burn the fuck out of your mouth. Massive tongue bite. But with this pipe tobacco right here, the cherry taste is consistent throughout the entire bowl of pipe tobacco. The same with the smell. Puffing on it real slow will guarantee you won't get tongue bites, but let's see if this tobacco actually causes any tongue bite. The tongue bite test. Yeah. Mm. I gave it the tongue bite test. Cherry pipe smells good. Now the tongue bite test, if you puff on your pipe really fast, it heats up the bowl, it heats up the tobacco. Now what's tongue bite? If you're smoking a pipe and all of a sudden you feel the tip of your tongue heat up. That's like, ah, what the fuck? You know, any pipe smoker will tell you tongue bite kind of sucks. There are some tobaccos, you get them, they're cheaper pipe tobacco. Sometimes they'll burn the crap out of your tongue, and it just, ugh, you know. This pipe tobacco, however, is a very cool smoking experience. No tongue bite at all. That's incredible. I puff on that shit real quickly, and no tongue bite at all. It smells good, tastes good. It's got no tongue bite. The nicotine strength on it's mild to medium. Yeah, this cherry pipe tobacco that I'm reviewing definitely gets a 5-star rating in my book. This is a tobacco I would purchase at the Ash Cigar Store again and again. This is excellent cherry pipe tobacco. Mm. There are some people who have quit smoking cigarettes and they start smoking a pipe, and they smoke a pipe for a little bit, and then eventually they quit smoking that altogether. So if you're gonna quit smoking, try smoking a pipe. The tobacco's cheaper, it smells better. I mean, I love the smell of tobacco in general. I don't give a shit if it's cigar, cigarette, or pipe, or hookah. You know what I'm saying? But if you're smoking in public and you got a pipe going and you got the smell of sweet cherries waffling through the air, it's a conversation starter, really. People are like, nice pipe, that smells good. Where'd you get that? How do you, you know what I'm saying? Because there are some people who see it and they smell it and they go, okay, they're curious. How do you get into it, you know? A lot of pipe smokers on YouTube will talk about the hobby. They'll talk about different tobaccos. They'll talk about different pipes, but they really don't talk about what I'm talking about right now. You don't have to be super rich to smoke a pipe. You don't have to be some stuffy college professor. You don't have to be some know-it-all psychiatrist or what have you to smoke a pipe. You don't have to be a sailor or a snowman or a hillbilly to smoke a pipe. You know what I'm saying? There are some people out there that say, oh, your pipe has to be from such and such company, or your tobacco has to be such and such, blah, blah, blah. All these rules and regulations, fuck all that. You get a pipe that lasts you a good minute, and sit down, enjoy your smoke, and relax. You know what I'm saying? Because pipe smoking is about relaxing. Smoking a pipe, it's about relaxing, taking time to reflect upon life, and enjoy the simple pleasures in life, and not letting anything get to you, really. That's what it's all about. Now, there are a couple of cons to smoking a pipe. One, you gotta pack it, and if you pack it too tight, you gotta loosen it up. You gotta keep your stem and your pipe unclogged, because tobacco resin will build up and clog it up, so you gotta unclog it with either pipe cleaners or your pipe tool. I use my pipe tool or a paper clip. I mean, if you really wanted to save money, a lot of pipe smokers will use pipe cleaners. I, however, do not. So it does build up rather quickly, but there are a couple of pros to it. It's cheaper than cigarettes at the moment. And when it's cold as fuck outside and you're walking around town and you're craving some nicotine, so you bust out your tobacco pipe, start smoking that cherry pipe tobacco, all of a sudden your tobacco pipe is getting warm, and then when your bowl gets hot, you can just stick it between your hands like that. And all of a sudden you got something keeping your hands warm. So in the wintertime, it'll keep your hands warm. In the summertime, it'll keep the mosquitoes away. Like, legitly, mosquitoes do not like tobacco. And you're sitting there smoking a pipe, the bugs ain't gonna bug you. And the cool thing about pipe tobacco, YouTube, is that there are so many different blends out there. There's like a bazillion different types of pipe tobacco, different cuts, different flavors. There's a wide variety to try, but you have two basic categories. You have aromatic and non-aromatic. Tobacco like this cherry pipe tobacco that I'm reviewing, cherry pipe tobacco is considered an aromatic, a pipe tobacco that smells good, makes the air smell pretty, you know what I'm saying? Non-aromatic blends are the blends that don't typically smell good. They have a more tobacco-y, earthy sort of smell, if you will. Um, yeah. Mm. That and there is decadence, YouTube. Anyways, this is King Cobra JFS with another tobacco review. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.